Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. I'm gonna fight 'em all. A seven-nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking the time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And the message coming from my eyes says, hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. The sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. It stopped raining. Everybody's in the play. And don't you know, it's a beautiful new day. Hey, running down the avenue. See how the sun shines brightly in the city. On the streets where once was pity, Mr. Blue. Sky is living here today. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey, you with the pretty face, welcome to the human race. A celebration, Mr. Blue Sky's up and waiting, and today is the day we've waited for. Oh, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue, we're so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Hey there, Mr. Blue, we're so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. sky. Please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue, we're so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you.
Good morning. Wednesday. Welcome to Daywave. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Good? Got the Yuki cam early for you? Yuki cam early? Oh, poor Tooks is sleepy. This is her nap time, man. That's her spot. She's in the studio. She's our producer, basically. It's funny because I was setting some stuff up for when we go to New York, and we're going to do a show up there. Probably Friday, thanks to my buddy Chris from High Society. He was on Gas Digital. He is going to get us the studio for Thursday night, and we may have a guest. I don't want to announce the guest yet because I need to confirm a couple things, but we may have a guest or not. And I was talking to him, and I'm like, yeah, what do we need to do? We'll have the show there. He goes, no, it's no problem. I'll hook you up. But he's been friends with High Society people for a long time. And I was like, what do you want? Like, what do we need? What do we need? No, he goes, everything is set. No, he's going to be on the show, obviously, Chris from High Society. But he goes, yeah, it's going to suck. We might only have one producer. And I'm like, we have zero producers. We have zero. I'm going to try to do a show with Joe, too, if I can. But we have zero producers. It's gonna be great. And by the way, you're not gonna laze out like you did with the TSTP. Shut up. We actually have stuff planned. So we're gonna be on the Real Ass podcast with Louis J. Gomez the 20th of December, so a month from now, and we'll be doing a show live from New York on Thursday. It'll be late. It'll be at 8 though. It'll be a late show. And yeah, shout out to High Society. They're great. I love Bronx Johnny. I love Chris. I love all them boys. I've been friends with them for forever. So, yeah, it was like, we have one producer. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, are you serious right now? Like, I don't even know what a producer is. You think producers are your friend? I didn't use OBS till I was already a man. Motherfuckers, when I started doing this shit back in the long ago, as Frozen can attest to and Western can attest to, in the long ago, OBS wasn't a thing. YouTube Live wasn't a thing. I was fucking streaming on Ustream and Ustream and Livestream, but before it was called Livestream, it was called Mogulus. So get out of here with that shit. So I'm like OBS wasn't a thing. Do you understand how I had the broadcast? Because this is before OBS. Because I was still doing a video podcast. I mean, the quality wasn't great, but what are you gonna do? Back then, it wasn't as easy. I was. This is a true story. So before OBS, there was a program called Wirecast. There was a program called Wirecast, right? And Wirecast was basically OBS. But the thing is, back then, these companies were really trying to make money off of it. So, and I'm not even kidding you. Like, to buy Wirecast back then, it was like $800. Like, it wasn't even negligible. It was a lot of money. And I'm like, I fucking don't even have $800 to spend. Now, this is years ago. This is 2019. I think we started in 2006. That's when I started doing this. 2006. Well, it was audio only. But anyway, so I think 2007-ish, 2008-ish. There was no OBS, so Wirecast was $800. And I'm like, I'm going to do the show. So I went to my good friend Pirate Bay, and I pirated a copy of Wirecast. And back then, it wasn't just as simple as just putting a stream key in. Like, it was way more intensive to get it going. And the computers back then were fucking terrible, comparatively to now. We're terrible. and it would just run so fucking slow. It was so slow. And that's what I was doing it with. And I had like one camera, a shitty quality camera, because it was back then, that was like mounted up on the fucking side thing. It was just a fucking mess. I'm gonna see if I could find, because I'll do it. Like if I could find my very first podcast, I think I could find it. If I could find my very first podcast, if I can find my very first podcast, I'll play it and I'll make fun of myself. I have no problem. But yeah, it was just weird because it's really easy now. You know, OBS, basically what OBS is doing for free used to cost like $800 with Wirecast. Whoop. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. It made me think about it. I'll see if I can find it. I mean, I sound younger for sure. I had hair. I don't think there's video of it. I think my first podcast was audio only, and it was, God, it's gonna be so cringy. Oh no, it's gonna be so cringy. I know it, but I'll do it. I'll find it. It's not on this computer, but I'll find it. Before the skinhead phase, yeah, I had hair. I did. It's crazy. I've been going through some old MLR stuff. Yeah, that's fun to do. As a matter of fact, I found a clip of Cousin Joe calling into Patrice O'Neal's show. We're gonna play that in a little bit. Not right off the bat. I'm saving that one for a little bit. I'm gonna do it here this episode, but in a little bit. Oldies with Ryan. Yeah, my brother used to be on the show. God damn it. Fuck. I don't mean he doesn't really do this stuff anymore, but I'll say this, you know. Ryan is my brother's probably one of the funniest people. He's funnier than me. I've always said that. Maybe even funnier than Mersh too. And some people that are in here can attest. It sucked because our audience was not as big back then, but yeah, Frozen can attest to it too. Like he's probably one of the funniest people I know. At least when it came to doing this, and you know, obviously he has a life and you know kids and stuff, so he's not really doing it anymore. But yeah, he was definitely one of the funniest people that I knew. Some of the stuff we did was fucking amazing. I mean, it's back in the day. This is way back on the long ago. All right, we could do this here. Let's so I've been watching when you have Verizon Unlimited, if you have Verizon Unlimited, which a lot of people do, you get Disney Plus for free. It's included. So just FYI for you guys that, you know, like I'm not going to pay for Disney because of blah blah blah. You can get it if you have Verizon Unlimited, you're already paying for it, or it's being included. So you have to just Google it. There's an easy, just Google the flat Earth. There's 200 passages in the Bible. But I've been watching and I used to like Star Wars. It was let me explain we always talk about movies. Shut up, Kip. I used to really love Star Wars. Like I was into it. You know, I will admit I'm definitely more of a Star Trek guy than Star Wars. I mean I'm absolutely more of a Star Trek guy. But however, I liked the original Star Wars movies like most people did. You know, they were fun, they were great, whatever. The prequels came out, and look, man, I remember people just shitting on the prequels, and they look rightfully so in many. Jar Jar Binks was dumb, whatever. There was the prequels. Then came these new ones, the 7, 8, and 9 movies. Well, The 7, 8, and 9 movies, I haven't seen 9 yet, obviously, it hasn't come out yet. It comes out December. But 7 and 8, the prequels, which are trash, are objectively better. This is my opinion, obviously, so I should say subjectively better than 7 and 8. And that's not saying, like, Revenge of the Sith, I always say Sith now because of our show, but Revenge of the Sith is leaps and bounds better than 7 and 8. And why? It's because it's still a Star Wars movie. Like it's not a great Star Wars movie, but it feels like a Star Wars movie. However, to me, 7 and 8 does Space Casino doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie. It feels like just they're fucking cramming stuff in. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. If you like it, you're an idiot, but good for you. I also watched the Clone Wars animated show, which was pretty good. Stephen Lawson watching for 2 years. One thing I've noticed is your hate for Ben Shapiro is growing. Get a huge kick out of it. Data from The Next Generation is the best. 7 of 9 equals hot. Of course. Yeah, but they freed space horses. That's a very good point. But they freed space horses. So I've always been a fan of the Star Wars universe. I like the Clone Wars, the animated series, pretty good. But really, the Rogue One was great. I will say this: out of all the new movies, Rogue One was great. Rogue One felt like a Star Wars movie. The Solo movie was meh. It wasn't as bad as people say, by the way, but it was meh. But I've been watching. There's only 2 episodes have come out. I've been watching with Pedro Pascal, I believe, the gentleman from Narcos, mustache guy, is playing the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is basically the bounty hunters or the race of people that Boba Fett's from, right? So Mandalorian is great. Even if you don't like Star Wars, I think you would enjoy the show. It's a really fun show. Jon Favreau does it. It's really great. It really is great. At least the first 2 episodes. It could completely turn to horseshit, but I don't see it going that way. But whatever. So here's what happened. So the show comes out, right? And people, thank you so much, Sluggo Jones.
Hey, let me ask you something real quick, nothing personal.
Oh no.
Did you know the moon is for cold and the ice walls surrounding my mind are closing in?
That's great. I have a new video of him, by the way. So tell me, you know what, man? I'm going to give you credit, and I'll say this. Tell me, somebody said in the chat. Tell me someone's name. Tell me someone's name from Rogue One. I'm being serious. I don't remember. Okay, so you know what? You're right. I don't even remember I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to look it up. I don't even remember the names. But I'm not really good at remembering names. I'm terrible at it. But I thought even still was a good movie. It was good. There was Asian guy. There was blind Asian guy. There was Alan Tudyk as a robot. There was Hannibal Lecter dude, or Casino Royale dude, somebody know him as. There was Bucktooth Girl. There was a female conquers Bad Fur Day, the main character. Like that, Darth Vader was in it. So I do remember a name, Sweaty. Anyway, it's not Mantis Toboggan, Danny Saint. So anyway, I was watching it, and now after it came out, so even if you don't like Star Wars, it doesn't matter. But the show itself is really good, and possibly because of the reason that there's not a lot of so far forced woman power and all that bullshit in it. So these are some of the reviews. These are some of the reviews of the show. This is from Cinnamon Ghoul. So far, there aren't any women in The Mandalorian, so most Star Wars fans should love it. Brie Lavarga. Okay, watch the first episode of The Mandalorian again, and I'm still really disappointed by how all of one woman had lines. Elizabeth Elberg. Watching The Mandalorian and really enjoying it. However, it has taken 19 minutes for a female to appear, so that's disappointing. These are the chicks are terrible, but then there's the dude, David Ellie. 1945, length of time before there's a female speaking role in the first episode of The Mandalorian. Man. Then you have Carrie Shepburn. The Mandalorian is fun, but where the hell are any female characters? Emily Ebby. Not a single woman in the entire Mandalorian pilot. HM. That's not true. There was. Portis Mations. The Mandalorian review, 1 out of 10. No female lead roles, and there's too much violence. 0 women in episode 2 of The Mandalorian. That's from Jocelyn B. And then you have Liz Barr, _Liz Barr. I also didn't see many women in the crowd scene. I'm not going to go count, but they were dominated by male extras. You know, Patrice used to say it. And I think Patrice is a fucking legend. One of the funniest people to have ever done it. Women don't want men to have fun. Women do not want men to have a good time, to have fun. Every time dudes are having fun and a woman shows up. Thank you so much, Frederick Godzilla Menschkin. Well, now I have to read it because Streamlabs is a very sensitive. Let's check it out here. I don't know why SJWs hate The Mandalorian. They're not a race of people. It's a culture. Isn't that what they want? Fuck, I hate feminists. You and me both, pal. So, women always come. Whenever men have a good time, women don't like it. And look, I'm not saying that because some people, some women are okay. Very few. There's like 5 women I know that are cool. So there you go. Like 5, maybe 6. They don't want you to have a good time. Whenever you're having fun, whenever you're enjoying something, we finally get a fun Jon Favreau directed Star Wars show that's really well done. They have a big budget and it really feels like a classic Star Wars show. They don't want you to be happy. They want you to force characters that have vaginas in there because for some reason, women not being in the first couple a lot of women not being in the first couple episodes of the show is a slight against them. Now, here's what you got to understand about The Mandalorian. You see, episode 1, there's no women in episode 2. Episode 2 of The Mandalorian is really well done. It's basically just him by himself and like one other person. So some of the episodes are meant to feel what it's like to be alone, you know, at least the first 2. What do you want? What do you want? In the first episode, do you want the stormtroopers to be female? Why? Werner Herzog's in it, and he's great. I don't understand, like, and it's always these things. It's like you know, Elizabeth Banks was fucking talking hardcore shit because remember we watched the Charlie's Angels trailer, and all of us, every single person in the chat, male and female alike, all of us were like, we're saying this movie is gonna be fucking trash. We were saying it, we've been saying it, and the movie bombed at the box office as everybody predicted. Every single person predicted. It bombed at the box office. Now, similar to the Ghostbusters thing, instead of going, oh shit, we made a bad movie. God damn it. All right, maybe people really don't want Charlie's Angels anymore. Maybe we don't need to milk this IP more than we did. Instead of that, they get mad and they say, well, it's Guy's fault. So the movie itself made, this is a, not just a bomb. This is a disastrous bomb. The movie made $8 million. Now, so you understand, that's trash. This day and age, it's garbage. The movie made $8 million. It only made $2 million internationally for a total of $10 million. And this is not a limited release. This is released in every theater. This is a full released movie. I think fucking Joker replays were making more money than this. Now, what Elizabeth Banks says, Elizabeth Banks suggested that the reason her Charlie's Angel reboot failed to make a splash at the box office opening weekend was that men don't go see women do action movies. Men don't. Okay, so let's say it was just men, right? Let's say men don't go watch women and see action movies. I'm gonna play their little game here. I'm gonna play a little game here. So you're implying, if I'm getting this correctly, you're implying that only women went to see the movie, right? I mean, that's what we're saying. Only women went to see the movie. If only women went to see the movie, then it should have done it. The Notebook, which only women went to see, made $13 million. Yes,
some
thank
useless
you, PJ.
nerd
Whoa,
trivia.
Thank you.
Now apparently Disney made something that said Django and the clones, which includes Boba, aren't real Mandalorians. Another way Disney is making up new bullshit.
Really? I didn't know that. That's fucking stupid. Well, Django has, at least Django's a Mandalorian. So I'm going to point something out. So she's saying that men don't. Fine. So then even if only women went, a majority of women went, it still should have done better than $8 million. So here's a perfect example. Here's a movie that was only for women. Men might have gone to see it if they were forced to, but this movie was 100% for women, and we've talked about it on the show. 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey movie was only for women. So I would say the same percentage-wise of women went to see 50 Shades of Grey than went to see Charlie's Angels. 50 Shades of Grey opening weekend made $85 million. Domestic opening. A domestic opening of $85 million so girls could flick their bean in the theater like they're Pee Wee Herman. The original, let me point to, because remember, men don't go see action movies, Elizabeth. This isn't adjusted for inflation, by the way. The original Charlie's Angels movie. The original Charlie's Angels movie from 2000. Remember that? From 2000? Made $40 million on its opening weekend. So just using that information alone, we could point out that you're completely wrong. You're delusional and you're wrong. Charlie's Angels lost its wings over the weekend, earning just $8.6 million, while the racing drama Ford versus Ferrari, which looks really good, topped the box office at $31 million, and the war film Midway came in second, earning $8.7 million, according to Box Office Mojo. Banks, who wrote, "Oh, this is why she's so protective. This is why she's so protective. I didn't know this." Banks, who wrote, produced, directed, and starred as Bosley in the reboot, hinted to the Herald Sun prior to the film's release that a form of sexism from male-dominated audience may be to blame for the current lack of financial success. Look, people have to buy tickets to this movie too. The movie has to make money, Banks told The Sun. If the movie doesn't make money, it reinforces... You got to give me a second. Look, people have to buy tickets to this movie too. This movie has to make money, Banks told The Sun. If the movie doesn't make money, it reinforces a stereotype in Hollywood that men don't go see women do action movies. That men don't go see women do action movies. The fucking audacity of that statement. You know, let me see something. I'm trying to adjust for inflation here, okay? Let me I'm trying to. So if somebody could adjust for inflation for me, I would really appreciate it, because Alien. Okay, Alien, one of the best horror movies of all time. One of the best horror movies, space horror movies, in my opinion, of all time. It was fucking great. Sigourney Weaver was the lead character in this action movie. Worldwide made $106 million. So if you adjust $106 million for inflation, can somebody do that for me? I would really, really, really love to know. Let's see, hold on. I could probably do it. All right, let's see here. I got it. I got one. So Alien. It's opening. I'm going to adjust here. I'm going to adjust for inflation now. Let's see here. Hold on. There's probably you guys already yelling at me in the chat with how much it is, but I want to do this myself. Alien made $106 million in 1979 when it came out, right? That's when it came, in 1979. When you adjust for inflation, Alien made $359 million if you adjust for inflation. And that was a woman-led movie. So it doesn't reinforce the stereotype. It reinforces the stereotype that sometimes women are not great at their jobs. And you thought because you were an actress, you were going to just make this awesome movie. Charlie's Angels fucking blew the doors off of this. The original Charlie's Angels blew the door off of this. There's plenty. If you make a good movie, people will fucking watch it. Rogue One. We were just talking about this movie. Rogue One is a female-led action movie. Is a female led action movie. Wow, did you know Box Office Mojo is owned by IMDb? I didn't know that. I guess they must have bought it. Rogue One, which is a female-led action movie, Elizabeth, domestic opening.
Whoa!
Thank you so much, Chris Potts.
Dayton, Ohio is fucked. I can confirm this fact. At least Florida has beaches despite being a sinkhole. To hell, Godspeed, man.
I like rusty spoons. I like to touch them. The feeling of rust against my salad fingers.
Remember this?
Orgasmic.
Remember this? Jesus Christ, this is old.
Whoa! Look at that.
Thank you so much.
Iron Sky has some of the best women in the right roles.
So Rogue One, a Star Wars story, Miss Elizabeth Banks. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, made its opening weekend $155 million. $155 million. Worldwide, it made 1.5, no, $1 billion. So maybe, just maybe, you're shit at your job. Maybe you wrote that. The Hunger Games actors seem to dismiss the box office success of Captain Marvel, the Brie Larson movie that made $1.1 billion early this year, as well as Wonder Woman, which made $821 million because they belong to a male genre. They'll go and see comic book movies with Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel because that's a male genre, Banks explained. So even though those are movies about women, they put them in the context of feeding the larger comic book world. So it's all about, yes, you're watching Wonder Woman movie, but you're setting up 3 other characters. You're setting up the Justice League. By the way, I'm happy for those characters to have box office success, but we need more. Okay. Hey, fuckface. Hey, fuckface. Charlie's Angels was a show that was made for men. Yes, there were women in it. But here's the thing that you don't want to talk about. Here's the thing that you don't want to talk about. What you don't want to talk about is the fact that you took a show that the whole appeal, and the whole 2000 movie, original appeal, was seeing hot chicks doing hot things. That's what that show was. Watching the movie. Watching Cameron Diaz's titty bounce around and Lucy Liu do flips in a thong. You don't want to admit that you took a franchise that men watch because it was sexy titty fighting, which is what it should have been called, was sexy titty fighting, and you turned it into an SJW women empowerment bullshit. Because that's the reason the original Charlie's Angels made money. Honey, sweetheart, toots. That's the reason it made money. You wrote a shitty movie. It was terrible. And also, I believe you overestimated the value. You overestimated the value of the Charlie's Angels franchise. You dumb bitch. You dumb, stupid bitch. Comparatively, the first Charlie's Angel film, which starred Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz, and Lucy Liu, made $40 million box office weekend debut in 2000, and the sequel, Charlie's Angel Full Throttle, grossed $37 million, according to Box Office Mojo. On Monday, Banks addressed the movie's flop, tweeting, "Well, if you're going to have a flop, make sure you name it. Your name is on it at least 4 times. I'm proud of Charlie's Angels and happy it's in the world." Yeah, I get it like that, but that's like being happy that you have a fucking loser kid. I mean, your kid, I guess, and you have to be happy about it.
Whoa!
But you have a kid. But
Look at
thank
that.
you, thank you so much.
When I think of women in believable roles, I think of Julia Child and her role in the kitchen.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Paula Deen making cookies and saying the N-word. That's what I think about. I don't know what you think about. I don't know what you think about. All right. We can move on from that. I'm sorry. That was just one of those things that I saw that I'm like, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. All right, we need to cleanse the palate here, and I think we will. I think we'll do it. It's not Juggalo Kid. Don't worry. I know you guys are like battered wives, but it's not the Juggalo. I promise.
My name is
Eric Charmilla.
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 Yeah.
Eric Charmilla.
Yuki Cam. Yuki Cam. Sleepy Yuki Cam. For everybody. All right. Let us move on, shall we? God, man, I got a new Gangstalker, have a new Shaney video, I have a new Flat Earth guy video. But let's start with our bud, kicking it with Ben. All right, Ben, but you got to talk, bro. Yup.
Well, since I'm getting all up there and things, I gotta do this when I put for a sharp person. Hello.
Can't hear you with the
I
music.
don't give a dang no way. Y'all just bear with kicking my man. Hit me with your head just a minute, hello.
Okay, I don't know what you're saying, Ben. This is for me, apparently.
You're gonna talk about a little bit of chump. Y'all, this is most certainly positively kicking my bin, hello. Oh boy, I'm gonna keep going. Well, we'll just keep going, hello. With this talk, Mr. Ross.
Yes.
I love you, brother.
No, you don't.
Brother love coming from kicking my bin, hello. He's kind of toning his things up around here a little bit, hello.
He did clean the wall behind him a bit. I'll give him that much.
Anyway, Mr. Ross, this one is for you, hello. I'm giving you a shout out, Mr. Ross.
Well, thank you.
Believe it or not.
I do believe it.
You are getting a shout out from the Kicking My Ben, hello, up in the Panhandle of Florida. He's been sick a little while now.
Oh yeah, that's why he texted me. Let me call him. Let's call him. You think he's gonna pick up? It's weird because it's actually being weird. Let me try one more time. There we go. Sometimes it takes a bit. Oh man, I hope he's.
I'm sorry.
Oh man, I hope he's alive.
He's had the flu, or something. I don't know if it was the flu or what, but it was something. He's been laid up for about a week. In a couple of days, about 2 days ago, he's finally getting back into things. He's catching up with stuff. But Mr. Ross with Dave Wave, I'm giving you a shout out.
Thank you.
This is the Ross with Dave Wave shout out, because he has helped me a lot. And I might
How?
have got on his nerves and did some stuff that he didn't really approve of and stuff like that. But whoa, look at that.
Thank you, Chris. It's a Ben-ception. Drew Barrymore is kind of a slut.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's how I tell it. Whoa!
You know, Drew Barrymore is kind of here. I'll actually play this. This Drew Barrymore is kind of a slut, and I'm not saying I disagree. This is her here on Letterman.
Yeah, the last time you were here, you did something. I still, I start to yammer.
Have you been having the same thing that I have, that everyone's just talking about it, and every person...
A lot of people, yeah. And what is the response you get from having done that?
All positive,
Yeah.
which is great. You know, I thank people for enjoying that, because I'll tell you how...
I hope I'm still on the list.
Well, you're who I wanted to please the most.
That was very nice. And you did it because it was my birthday. Roll the videotape. Here it is, April 12th, 1995. Drew Barrymore. Oh, my goodness. Oh, heaven. Okay. Oh, there. Whoa!
So she flashed him.
Liberty. Dave, we love you.
I got to tell you something. This is the first time, and nothing like that ever happens to me in my life. You know, when you're in high school and when you're in college and later in life, there's always a couple of guys. I know I do. No, stop. Oh!
You know what, though? I got to say, that was perfect, angle.
I know. It
couldn't
was
have worked
great.
out better.
Yeah. Good luck with the motion picture and have a great summer. Thank you very much. Drew Barrymore. Thank you very much.
So, look, yes, she's kind of a slut. I've never found her attractive, but Drew Barrymore is one of those that was definitely molested as a kid. Like she's and this isn't like one of the Pizzagate things. Like she was definitely molested as a kid. Like there's stories about it. There's stories about Drew Barrymore like doing coke when she was 12 years old at parties with dudes. Like she's one of those that was passed around. You could hear about that stuff. She was definitely Drew Barrymore opens up about her cocaine use and rocky relationship with mom. Oh my God! Of course, everything needs the ad blocker to be off, or it doesn't want to work. Drew Barrymore would not recommend being a child star. While she was in Hollywood success story, she's now living her best life. Barrymore, 43, endured some dark times between her drug use and rough relationship with her parents. When she looks back on the interview with comedian Norm Macdonald on his Netflix show. Barrymore became a star in 1982 when she was just 7 years old. The movie was E.T. She followed that with a main role in Firestarter 2 years later. She spoke about that period in her life with Macdonald on the Norm Macdonald show, which was streaming on Friday, blah, blah, blah. It's really a recipe for disaster, she said. I'm becoming famous so young. But you know what's exciting? I got my shit over it. She said, Barrymore became legally emancipated from her parents when she was just 14. She never had any significant relationship with her father, the late actor John Barrymore, who divorced her mother when Barrymore was 9. I had a mom, but she was more like a best friend, blah, 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 blah. So she's 14 years old. She was doing drugs. She was at parties. This is one of those... This is why she is the way she is, you know? That's why she is the way... Well, I don't know if she's that way anymore, but at least back then, you know? She started doing coke when she was 10. Well, there you go. She was Hollywood royalty, you're right. So that's why she's that way, you know? I feel bad for her, obviously. What were you saying, Ben? Sorry, Drew Barrymore interrupted.
Mr. Ross, when they wave, I just want to let you know.
Yup.
This is King of my men, and I'm giving you a shout out for being so nice to me and not slanging me in the corner somewhere. Hello.
Yup. Burger King coffee, I guess, for him.
If you read this video tonight, Mr. Ross, I will not answer the phone tomorrow, but Thursday I will answer the phone.
Oh, well, I should have listened to the whole video.
An interview with you, hello, but
I should have listened to the whole video.
Radio. I don't know what's wrong with your partner down there, but I don't give a damn about him. I just like you, and we're gonna be something.
Shitting on Mersh again.
Anyway, Mr. Ross, when they wave, holler at me Thursday. Not tomorrow. I will not answer tomorrow because I'm going to be on a new job and I can't give them no bad impression. So talk to you Thursday, Mr. Dave Wave. This video is for Mr. Royce with Dave Wave.
I know. You titled it. I got it, man. It's for me. You had to say it once. Had to say it once. I appreciate it, Ben. I really do appreciate it, Ben. You know who I haven't checked in on in a while. And the last time I did, it didn't go great, only because Dutch was on and we couldn't figure it out. It's my friend E-Frog. It's my good pal E-Frog. Oh, this is really early for him. Come on. The Ben and Thomas show would be hilarious.
Welcome to the...
Come on, E-Frog. You know, to be fair, it's probably pretty early for him, but he'll call back. E-Frog always calls back. All right, we can move on. I have other stuff. I just wanted to talk to my friends this morning. My friends are just being evasive. Just being evasive. It's like they don't even like me. I found out somebody else is getting gang stalked, and you'll never realize that he's turning it to be a good thing. It's gang stalking's a blessing in disguise.
So gang stalking is really just a blessing in disguise. You know, when you look at the type of people that get gang stalked, it's always high-end people that have above average intelligence, people who ain't living.
So wait. I'm supposed to believe that.
You know, when you look at the type of people that get gang stalked, it's always high-end people that have above average intelligence, people who ain't living a stupid lifestyle that's really just hurting themselves. So if you're getting gang stalked, yeah, it sucks. If you're getting high-ended gang stalking or mid-level gang stalking like I am, yeah, it sucks. It's an inconvenience. It's going to shake up your life a bit, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, you look at what's really going on, it's a good thing. It means...
Gentleman's name is Zeus Truth. 11,000 subscribers.
Not an average Joe. That means people are intimidated by you. People are jealous of you. People are trying to take you down.
Why would anybody be jealous of you, sir?
You know, that's a good thing right there. When people are hating on you, people are jealous of you, that's because you're doing something right. Whoa! You're not following the status quo. You're not doing what everyone else is doing.
Good for him for having a positive attitude.
Yeah, you know, it could be worse. It could be worse.
You're not broke like everybody else is broke. You're not sick and unhealthy and fat and obese like everyone else is. You're not a fucking idiot. You're not a sheep. You're not following what everyone else does. You're doing your own thing. You're innovative. You know, the list goes on and on.
What are you doing that's so innovative, sir? What are you doing that's so innovative, sir?
You know, the greatest people, the greatest minds of this world were fucking gang stalked.
No, they weren't. They were not.
Look at people like Nikola Tesla. Now, I don't like using him as an example because that's the fucking... Every fucking so-called truther out there likes to use Nikola Tesla for every fucking example on things. But he was gang stalked. He invented tons of bullshit, and then other...
He invented tons of bullshit. They're gang stalking this gentleman, remember, because of his high intelligence.
Scientists came along and just took his creations and named it off as their own. You know, look at people like Jesus. You know, in history, whether he's real or not, he was gang stalked if you read the Bible.
Nah, dog, he hung out with his apostles.
You know, just look at everyone else, man. Look at.
So you're basically Jesus?
Look at MLK, he was gang stalked, he was killed in the end for it. They took him out. Look at JFK, they took him out. All these people, they took them out because they were doing something that the elites didn't want. They were trying to make a real change. They were trying to change the world.
Fine, even if you believe that, what are you trying to change the world? What are you doing to change the world, sir?
And people are getting gang stalked. They're getting gang stalked because they're trying to change the world, or they're a positive influence who's got a lot of things. They didn't sell their soul. And, you know, you might be saying, oh, you can be rich, this and that, and, you know, 50 Cent doesn't get gang stalked. Fucking Bill Gates doesn't get gang stalked. Well, yeah, that's because those people sold their souls. There's a difference. And they're out there trying to push more bullshit, trying to brainwash people. But when you got a rich person coming along who ain't soul in the soul, who's honest.
Yeah, he's filming at the same angle as a politics suck guy.
They're gonna get gang stalked. I can't really think of any examples off the top of my head of famous people that y'all know, but it's out there. When you look at people who are gang stalked, they were, living a good lifestyle.
Apparently, gang stalking means that you can't buy Proactive for your acne.
And the number one place gang stalking is going to start at is probably going to be for work. If you have a 9-to-5 job, like most people do, it's going to be at work. That's where I first start getting gang stalked. You're going to notice the signs right away. People are going to start staring at you. People are going to put a lot more interest into you. People are going to become obsessed with you. Everywhere you go, people are going to be staring at you, talking about you. And it's because they're trying to take you down. They're trying to plot against you. They're trying to drain your energy away. And really what you got to do is you just got to realize, hey, these people are this obsessed with me. I must be doing something right.
So let me get this straight. People are following you to your job at, I'm presuming, Subway?
And just keep on doing what you're doing. Yeah, it sucks getting fired from a job because you're a victim of gang stalking. But at the end of the day, there's 20 billion other jobs out there. And, I like an adventure, too. I lead an adventurous lifestyle. Everything that I like doing in life is adventurous. I don't like the same old bullshit every day. So for me,
what adventurous? Okay, I want to see what adventurous lifestyle this gentleman lives. I'm gonna see. All his videos. Jobs are slavery. Gang stalking, stare to steal your energy. Gang stalking, always doing this. Targeted individuals can't coexist with society. Gang stalking will never stop targeted individuals. No FAP is a trap. Okay. Popeyes, have you lost your damn mind? Gang stalking tried to kill me today. The truth about gang stalking. This is why the police deserve no respect. This is how our ancestors lived.
All right, so I just had the craziest gang stalking experience ever. In fact, today
is he smoking a blunt in his car?
Today has been full of gang stalking. This is probably the highest I've had in one day. And a third just happened a few seconds ago. I started making this video. Some dude comes up, sits right next to where my car's at. Right by the sidewalk there, probably 5 feet away. As I'm starting to make the video, so. And he's looking at me.
Because it's a parking lot. It's because it's a parking lot, sir.
Corner of his eye the whole time, so I'm just like, okay, I can't be making a highest quality video when I got someone staring at me, looking at me. It's weird. But anyways, so I'm gonna start with the craziest one that happened today.
Thank you, Chris Potts. Oh, what did you say? What did you say? Just to promote myself because I'm an asshole. Ham tune written by Chris Potts. It sounds like you're making those music scapes that Gabe was making in The Office.
Chased. I got chased down. Now, I kind of escalated the situation. I did some shit that probably, maybe it wouldn't have gone this far if I didn't, but I let my pride get in the way a bit. So I'll just tell you what happened. I was driving down Highway 191 in Utah, heading eastbound in the Juanita, I don't know how you pronounce it, Winta.
But I thought they were gang stalking you because you were so intelligent, sir.
Valley, Basin, that area of northeast Utah. And I'm driving down heading eastbound. I'm going about 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. And then I catch up on some guys going about only 5 over. So I slow down. I slow behind them, probably, good safe distance behind them. But at some point they start going 5 under. So, I kind of start getting close to them. And then I'm looking for opportunity to pass.
You're wasting the weed, sir.
Them. So I see opportunity to pass. No cars coming on the other side. So I go and start to pass them. And these motherfuckers... one motherfucker, the guy driving, speeds up. I swear to God, he going 20 over. Trying to prevent me from blocking him. And trying to prevent me from passing him. Trying to block me in. So, at this point, I'm not going to be able to pass him. So I blare on my horn, stick my middle finger out the window.
Which you should do if you think an evil cabal of people are following you because you're so intelligent, is to antagonize them.
And blare my horn again, and then I'm just like, whatever. So then they're sticking their middle fingers out the window and shit. Slowing down, going 10 under at this point on purpose. So then a passing lane comes up.
So it sounds like you got in a road rage incident and you're the problem. He's the problem. He was the problem in the situation.
So it's like 2 lanes, that kind of thing. So I pass them, and then I get side by side with their car. I look over, I flip them off, and I shake my head at them, and then they're flipping me off, the fucking jackasses. And so I go up ahead of them, and then at this point, they start trying to pass me because they see the passing lanes in, so they want to block me in again. I was just going to drive off into the distance and just whatever. So I see them trying to block me, so I speed up and I start preventing them. I start trying to block them in. That's where this shit got escalated, man. And it's going like this for a while. Next passing lane comes up. They get right in front of me. And then they start doing that. Next passing lane comes up. I get ahead of them and I block them in. I start really fucking with them. And then the next passing lane comes up. They throw a fucking water bottle at my car as they're passing me, flipping me off and shit. So I'm like, okay, that's it. That's fucking it. Like, you can talk shit all you want, but you're starting to throw shit at me? Like, nuh-uh. I don't let that shit slide, man. So I went up on them and I started getting real close to their car and shit. I started trying to drive them off. I'll be serious with y'all, man. I was trying to drive them off the fucking road. That's
You're the problem. You're not even hitting that, by the way. But you see, I'm not going to lie to you. I was trying to drive him off the fucking road. Do you not see here that you're the problem, bud? These people, man, and they're just allowed to fucking exist.
a big mistake right there. That was a big fucking mistake right there. Because first of all, if I drive someone off the road, they're going to put me in jail, not them. It doesn't matter if they threw a water bottle at me or what. I'm going to be the one getting locked up for that shit. So I realized that as I was doing it, and I backed off. And then I got way up ahead of them.
All right, no, he backed off, guys. It's fine.
And then, the next
he
passenger
backed
came up
off.
and got ahead of them. And then all of a sudden, they're trying to get me to go over the side of the road. They're putting their blinkers on hazards.
Because you were trying to run them off the road. Because you were trying to run them off the road. You fucking asshole. This is what it is. This is who he is. This is exactly, and I know I'm a fan of American Dad, so I know I use these a lot, but that show, man, sometimes it's great. This is who he is. He's putting the elf.
Until he banished me. He clipped my ears and stretched my body.
My name's Puddin'. Why were you banished?
Well, I didn't do anything wrong. It's just like the culture up there was really diseased, and it was all just like cliquey politics, and people were really threatened by clear communication.
You were the problem. He was the problem.
Exactly. You were the problem. He was the problem. You're putting the elf, motherfucker. That's who you are. You were the problem.
Fucking going like this out the window, like pull over, man. I guess they want to square up about it. Now I saw there was two guys in the car, and I couldn't tell. Maybe there's more in the back seats. The back seats were tinted windows. I didn't really see if there was more guys or not. But 2 against 1, fuck no. I mean, even a world class fighter ain't gonna be able to handle 2 against 1. This ain't a kung fu movie,
No, it's not. But it's also not a fucking. It's not the movie Conspiracy Theory either. So fucking go buy Catcher in the Rye. So they activate your sleeper cell.
You can't fight 2 guys if it's just you. You can't. It's just impossible. And I don't have a gun on me in my car. I don't carry a gun with me because, if the police search my car or whatever, I don't want to, get in trouble for it. I don't want to get arrested, none of that.
Yeah, I know, but you will try to run people off the road with your car, and you're going to think you think you're the good guy in that situation.
That's some more gang saga shit right there. Dude just circling my car real close for no fucking reason. I didn't realize this cigarette. Oh, well. But anyways.
That's a cigarette?
Shit, well, I forgot what I was even at. So anyways, they, what the fuck? Oh yeah, pulling me, tell me.
Yeah, okay, this guy's highly intelligent.
To get over and all this shit, so then I'm not doing that. So I speed up ahead, and I'm in the front for a while, and I see that they're following me. So all of a sudden, we come up into a town, this town called Roosevelt. Roosevelt, Utah. And
is there just nothing to do in Utah and you have to become crazy?
it's like a mid-sized town. Like there's neighborhoods and shit in there. So what I do is I see a light coming up that's red. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be stopped at the light. You know, I'm not gonna be able to. I don't know if they got a gun or what. You know, I don't know what the situation is. So I pull off on these side streets. I start going on these. They start following me down these fucking neighborhood side streets. So I'm trying to lose them at this point. You know, going all around the neighborhood and shit. And I see they're doing the same thing. So then at a certain point, I see this this long stretch of, you know, highway that just leads out the middle of nowhere. So I get on that shit. I start going for a while. Certain point, I turn around and get.
This kid's basically a fucking juggalo too. You could tell he's a juggalo type.
And get into the middle of a pack of cars, and then I'm just, you know, using them for cover. And I didn't.
Roosevelt is in the middle of nowhere. 3,000 people populate. Oh, there you go.
See these guys again. You know,
So they're gang stalking somebody in Roosevelt, Utah.
That's what happened right there. Like that's some crazy shit. People trying to follow you. You know, I don't know what their intentions were. You know, of course, I escalated the situation somewhat.
Whoa! Look at that.
Thank you, PJ.
This guy looks like the doctor in the wheelchair from Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's pretty funny. I like that.
That's my fault, you know. That's the thing about this gang stalking shit, man. You can't be doing that, you know. Because that's what they want you to do is do some illegal shit and get caught and end up getting locked up. But you got to set your pride down, man. Like, yeah, you want to fucking, if someone's disrespecting you like that, yeah, you want to beat the shit out of them, believe me. That's all you want to do in that situation.
All right, tough guy.
You know, you can't do that. I mean, it's a
Well, you specifically can't do that, sir.
Fucked up. This gang talking shit is so fucked up, man. You can't. I mean, people go around disrespecting you. People fucking with you on purpose, doing all this shit, and you can't even put your hands on them. Like, what kind of fucked up shit is that? So I think what I'll do now.
Because you're the problem. You're the one running people off the road. You were probably being a dick on the highway. You're a lunatic. How does this guy have 11,000 subscribers? I don't understand. PayPal me? They deserve to get beat up. They deserve to get killed. I'm being gang stalked right now. I can't reply any comments on any videos. LOL, it's priceless. God, I love you. Why can't I reply to these comments? Jess, your old fake. Oh, my God. These people. Let me see something here. He's 11,000 subscribers, right? So he may have had one video that had a lot of views. Thank you so much.
Another shameless plug of my music, cuss I can. Love your show.
This is. Thank you. So so this guy, what he's doing is it's the old bait and switch, right? Because I'm wondering, how did he get 11,000 subscribers, right? And by the way, this is what your music sounds like, just so you know.
Rise on the moon.
That's you.
That's so beautiful. What kind of music are you into, Peter?
So the old bait and switch. So I'm wondering, how did this guy get 11,000 subscribers? This Zeus Truth guy. He had a video that had almost 1 million views, and the video was crazy climbing fails. So what he did was he got a bunch of climbing fail videos and he put them together, like he edited them together, and he made one long climbing fail video, and it got him almost 1 million views. That was a few years ago. So what happens is, with that many views, you're going to get people that are going to subscribe. So then he started the people subscribed to him to then find out the kind of videos that he makes. The kind of video that he makes.
All right, so here I am at the world famous Skinwalker Ranch. Here it is, y'all. This is Skinwalker Ranch right there. There's the fucking house down there, as you can see. That's the house. That's the house that people were terrified in that they had to move. They sold it to some billionaire, and now they do government paranormal investigations, top secret. They got all these military guards out here. I mean, I heard it all. I've seen it all. I've heard all of it online. And I'm calling bullshit, man. This is one of those conspiracies that is total bullshit. Look at this, man. Ain't shit out here. I don't know, man. I've never been out here, but...
Skinwalker Ranch, also known as Sherman Ranch, claims about the ranch first appeared in 1996 in the Salt Lake City, Utah Desert News, and later the alternate weekly Las Vegas Mercury as a series of articles by investigative journalist George Knapp. These early stories detailed the claims of a family that allegedly experienced inexplicable and frightening events after they purchased and occupied the house. The ranch, located in the Utah border on the Ute Indian Reservation, was popularly dubbed the UFO Ranch due to the 50-year history of odd events said to have taken place here. Knapp and Keeler cite the 1974 book, so it's a UFO book, basically.
Just off my what I'm seeing, I think it's some bullshit. There's some cows out there who obviously aren't mutilated. I mean, what the fuck, man? And there's a lot of people. Look at what are those? What are those? What are those? I don't.
Horses? They're horses?
I don't even know what those are.
Horses.
They're not even from. That is a bit weird.
They're horses.
I don't know, man. These deer are very still. The camera is terrible zoom in clarity, but that is weird right there. Okay, maybe it isn't bullshit, but that was fucking weird right there. I couldn't tell those are horses, deer,
those are horses.
Llamas. I couldn't tell from here. Their necks looked a bit too long to be horses, but
they're horses.
They were very still. Very still.
Yeah, they're probably wondering why this fucking crazy guy's driving by being an idiot.
Oh, maybe they're statues. I don't know. Maybe it's tree trunks. Fuck if I know. From this distance, you can't really tell with the lighting. The time of day where, by the way, goes. The ranchers share this with the Indian reservation, with the Ute people that live here, so. And they can't step foot on the at all. Story just to create a beat on my ass. They act like it's fucking Area 51 or something, where if you get like right next to the fucking hotspot for it, like I don't know. I got some more rocks and shit. Make it look out to be.
This is
just fucking. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it's beautiful. That's a beautiful view, though. Actually,
you are a crazy person who brought people in. Excuse me. Brought people in with a climbing fail video. And now you're doing this.
All right, so this is about targeted individuals, so-called. I'm going to use big quotations there with targeted individuals because I don't like using that word. I don't like to describe myself in that manner because I'm not a targeted individual. I'm just a person who happens to be labeled that by these fucking gang stalkers and the people setting up this whole matrix that are gang stalking people for having different opinions. People, you know, more into spirituality, people trying to escape this rat race 9-to-5 lifestyle. You know, it's like calling yourself depressed. You may be depressed, you may be anxious, but the more and more you label yourself with that kind of bullshit, the more and more it's going to become more evident, and the harder and harder it's going to be for you to overcome that obstacle in your life. So again, big quotations there. But anyway, let's get in the video. So this is about targeted individuals not getting along with basic people. You know,
maybe it's because you're a weird antisocial fuck. Did you think about that? Maybe it's because you try to drive people off the road because you're a fucking lunatic. All right, I'm gonna move on for this guy, but I did subscribe. Man, my Daywave Radio subscription list is fucking nightmarish. It's fucking nightmarish. All right, let's my favorite. Oh, I know how much you guys love him. Frankie B. Flat, baby. Frankie B. Flat. bothering people at the grocery store.
You guys know that the Earth is flat?
This video has everything. Oh my God, this video has everything. Oh my God, this video has everything. Okay. Woo! We're gonna have some fun here. Okay. First off, look at the guy on the right. World's greatest farter. It's crossed out. And he says, I mean father. Oh no. Oh no. Farter. All right, come on, we get into this. This is already, and it's Frankie's already not. This is hilarious, and Frankie hasn't even done anything yet.
You guys know that the Earth is flat?
Only on the not round side.
No, but seriously, you know our Bible tells us over 70. Times the Earth is flat.
No, it doesn't.
Did you know that?
No, it doesn't.
And they can't break through the dome above us. Like every rocket you see that goes up, it just turns, it goes into the ocean.
I've been a scholar too long to buy that one. Sorry.
Oh wait, sorry a minute.
I've been a what too long?
Goes into the ocean.
I've been a scholar too long to buy that one. Sorry.
I've been a scholar too long to buy that one. Man, this guy's just trying to hang out with his mulatto kid. Leave him alone.
Oh wait, sorry a minute. Wait, hold on a minute. This is my YouTube channel. I'm pretty popular.
I'm pretty popular. This is my YouTube channel. I'm pretty popular.
Well, I don't think I'm that popular, but I'm popular being a wise guy.
I hate this man.
Everybody needs a wise ass somewhere.
So you're a scholar? My old man used to tell me I was smart, Alec.
Yeah, me too.
He goes, yeah, you're smart.
I was born to be one.
You born in New York?
No.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, the People's Republic of California.
Okay, so you're a scholar, you said?
Yeah.
And you don't believe the Earth is flat?
No.
You think we're living on a spinning ball flying through space?
Gravity and
There's no such thing as gravity.
There's no such thing as gravity. Get over it. There's no such thing as gravity. Get over it.
No, gravity, it's all about density and buoyancy. No, seriously. We've been lied to. I want to ask a question because I usually
ambush people while they're trying to shop with their children and bother them for no reason because I'm a fucking raving lunatic.
Ask people, good people like you, like normal people.
Hang a flat object on nothing.
What was that?
How does God hang a flat object on nothing?
Well, God made us. I mean, he can do anything.
Magic. Because it's magic. That's why, folks. It's magic.
He says, were you there when I hung the earth on nothing?
Well,
Were you there when I drew the circle of the earth?
Well, there's a lot of questions we don't know, but
this guy, world's greatest farter, is already taking this homie down, and I'm loving it.
Were you there when I drew the circle of the earth?
Well, there's a lot of questions we don't know, but we're trying to find out. That's why we're looking for the answers. We want the truth because we've been lied to. You know, for 500 years we've been lied to. You know, they say the sun is 93 million miles away, but it's not. Then because I can see the clouds on certain days, I can see clouds in front and behind the sun. and the moon gives its own light. If you had
Did you know if you put a magnifying glass on your hand, it's ice cold?
a good magnifying glass and you captured that moonbeam and put that moonbeam on the palm of your hand, it gets cold.
Cold. He has a broken record. It's the same talking points over and over again.
The sun and the moon are the same size, and they rotate inside the flat earth, the dome.
Where did you get your information?
Well, I read the Bible, and I Google it, and I just research it. I don't feel like I'm flying or...
He reads the Bible. He reads the Bible.
Spinning, do you?
No, because we're sitting here on the object that's actually moving.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
When you're in an airplane and you're flying, you don't feel like you're flying, but you know you are. And you can see that if you look out the window.
You can see what?
That you're actually flying. You're moving.
Well, that's why
But you can't feel it.
Fucking, can I tell you that I didn't expect world's greatest farter to be the dude to mentally, out of all the people that he ambushes.
Whoa!
Thank you,
Look
Chris
at that.
Potts.
The moon is not real?
No, it's fake. It's a hologram.
They're making it so obvious we didn't go to the moon, right? It's so obvious that it's ridiculous. NASA, which gets $58 million a day. And by the way, when people say, why would we even go back to the moon? There's nothing there. You have scientists from this.
I never thought world's greatest farter would be the gentleman.
Because you're not the object that's actually moving. You're on the object. Well, yeah, that's like the same as waves on the ocean.
Well, I took a cruise over the summer, and as far as I can see, it was flat. I didn't see no curvature.
That's the horizon.
Only as far as your eyes can see is it going to look flat. But it's an optical illusion.
No, but if you got a good binoculars or a telescope.
But if you got a good binoculars.
And you were to sit on that boat and look at it like another boat that disappeared with your eyesight. But if you looked in those good binoculars, you could still see that boat.
Okay, so where's the edge of the earth if it's flat?
Well, that's the whole problem. A lot of people believe, they say, well, you'll fall off the edge. No, what surrounds us is a giant ice wall that's 15, 20 stories high, and we don't know, or they don't tell us what's over.
Thank you so much.
This conversation is too deep, Royce. I may need to check out.
No, it's not that deep. Come on, we're figuring it out.
You see the sun and the moon go around, and they spiral in and they spiral out. That's how we get the seasons, and that's why man can say, like December 21st is the first day of fall, because they know the clock.
You're living on a movie script.
It's pretty wild, right? It's like, it's almost as if you can't comprehend it, but we've been lied to, because what I want to say to you is one more question is, do you know the biggest lie in all mankind?
Here it is. There's the question. Get your all of these crazy people, it's like bingo cards. I swear to God, it's like bingo cards.
Do you have any idea what it is?
Well, there's a lot of them. Which one are you referring to?
The biggest one.
Which one's that?
The most important one. Well, do you...
In the universe?
Right, the Earth is the center of the universe.
This guy's fucking... Nobody's taking this guy seriously.
No, you're right. We are the center of the universe. There's no such thing. There's no probes. There's no probes on Mars. They never went to the moon. But the biggest lie in all mankind is that when Jesus said that Satan will have the whole world deceived, it's because he has the people believing they live on a spinning ball flying 66.6 miles per hour.
Whoa, 66.6, bro. Mark of the beast. It's Satan's trick. He's going a little deeper into his bag because this guy's not humoring him like the other people.
Through space, and that's so ridiculous.
All rotates a little bit faster than that.
Well, the thing is, we're not the third planet.
This guy, just with this world's greatest farter, is the biggest challenger this gentleman's ever had.
From the sun.
Which one are we?
We are the center of the universe. There is no planets.
We're the center of our universe.
There is no planets.
What was that?
That's a relative perspective.
Well,
It's a relative statement to say that we're the center. We're the center of our universe.
Well, yes, of course. But if all you have to do is Google it, research it, read your Bible, and just.
I've been reading the Bible since I was a kid. My dad was a minister. I've been studying that thing. I don't believe everything my dad did because I have more information on those things than he did.
But did he ever tell you that the Bible says the Earth is flat over 70?
No, it does not say the Earth is flat. There's nowhere in the scriptures that it says the Earth is flat.
Open up in Genesis. Go read. You know what? Even before.
It doesn't say the Earth is flat.
If you open up the book in the first book of the Bible, Genesis, it'll tell you the Earth is flat and cannot be moved.
Tell me the verse.
Well,
say the Earth is flat.
you have to do the research.
No. If you're gonna come and ambush people, you need to have it ready. Dude, you need to do the research
yourself. People always ask me that. Give me all the verses.
If you've done the research and you know this, you'll be able to tell me which verse you're referring to. Because there's only 22 verses in the first chapter.
Right, so.
Oh, boy. This guy is pummeling him right now.
If your father was a minister and he taught you the Bible, how come you never knew the Earth was flat?
Because it's not.
Well.
It's round, just like the scripture says it is.
No, it's like a pizza. It's flat.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's like a pizza, guys. It's flat because I'm from New York and we got the best pizza. Hey, bada bing.
It's not a spinning ball flying through space.
Exactly. Pwned by the world's greatest farter.
You know?
You're funny. I like it.
Okay. Well, I heard you guys talking about it, and I wanted to film you and put you on my YouTube channel.
I wanted to film you, without asking you and put you on my YouTube channel because, I'm just a piece of shit who does whatever he wants and is never questioned.
Because I like to get the input on, regular people like me and you.
The Earth is just bread with toppings, man.
What's your YouTube channel?
Frankie B. Flat.
Frankie B?
B. Flat.
Flat?
Yeah, Frankie B. Flat.
Okay, we're going to ambush you. I don't know. I don't have any of the information, though.
All right, cool. I'll look at
it. All right. I don't want to get too much into it.
You literally have cornered them for 8 minutes.
I don't want to catch you off guard or anything.
You did, though. You do want to do that. That's the whole point.
But like I said, we've been lied to big time. We're not on the spinning ball flying through space. And NASA takes 52 million. NASA takes 52 million a day from us, and there's no pro.
Is the Earth Chicago style or New York style?
New York style. If it's flat, it's got to be a New York style pie. You know that. If it's flat, come on, man. Don't ask dumb questions. You know.
Globes on Mars. There's no ISS space station. There's not.
Have a good day.
All right, thank you. Take care.
You too.
All right. Well, here you go. I know a lot of my subscribers going to ask me I should have read off the Bible verses. I get that a lot, but I refuse to do that because I don't want to do all the work.
I will corner them for 20 minutes. I will corner them for 20 minutes, but I don't want to do all the work. Okay, if you don't think that's going up to the main show, that guy fucking pummeled him. I got to leave in 4 minutes here, guys. I got to change the oil in my car. I need to go to the P.O. box. I got shit I got to do. And I got to set up. I got things I got to do. So we'll be cutting it. I will be cutting it a little bit a little bit early today. And, of course, tomorrow I'll make it up. Don't worry, I'll make it up sometime this week. I'll go a little over maybe tomorrow for you guys. I do got to hop off early. I got things I got to do before the 4 o'clock show. You guys are very generous today, by the way. Thank you for the donations. I had a really good time on today's show. Talking movies, talking things. Thank you guys so much. But here's what I'm going to do for you. I know. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me for having to change my oil so my wife doesn't fucking kill me because I haven't done it. Here's what we need to do, though. Here's not what we need to do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end the show with this because I know how much you like this. So we'll end it with this. Thank you guys for listening. I will be back in 4 hours with Revenge of the Sis. I hope you guys are there. We'll be interviewing Matt Christensen, second hour, at 5 p.m. He's already tweeting about it. So we'll see how that goes. Should be fun. We'll talk to whoever. All right, we'll be back. I'll be back in 4 hours. Have a wonderful day, Wade.
New boot, goofing. Just goofing. New boot, goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. I'm just goofing. New boot, goofing. Genuine ostrich. 3 payments.